Good day. Today, we will talk about binomials or how to square a binomial. But before we square a binomial, we need to understand how to square any number or anything. So for example, 5 squared, meaning you have to multiply the number or the base by itself twice. So 5 times 5. Next, if you have 5 cubed, meaning you have to multiply itself 3 times. 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, so if you have any number, let's say, let's say 5, let's say the power, you raise it to the power of 6. Okay, that means you need to multiply the base 6 times. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So you have to multiply itself by 6 times. The concept of exponentiation is the same with negative numbers, fraction, algebraic expression. So, for example, let's say we have a negative number, negative 3 to the second power. Always remember that when squaring negative numbers, always use parentheses to avoid mistakes because it is a signed numbers. But the definition is the same. Multiply the base or the number twice by itself. So in this case, negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. So it doesn't matter if you are using fraction. So for example, we have 7 over 4 squared. We have to multiply the numerator to its exponent. So in this case, 7 times 7. Then also the denominator, we need to multiply it twice. 4 times 4. So for the algebraic expression, it's just the same concept. Let's say you have this expression raised to the second power. You have to multiply twice by the same expression, then simplify. So there are no special secrets or rule to square any expression. So let's have example number 1. So when we say binomial, it is a commonly known algebraic expression, or it is an algebraic expression of the sum or difference of the two terms. So we have here the first term and the second term or the last term. Following this pattern, you can easily square any binomial. First step, square the first term. So this is the first term, x. We need to square it. Okay, square the first term, then twice the product of the first and second term, meaning multiply first term and second term, then double it. So in this case, x multiplied by 3, we will it is equivalent to 3x, and according to our pattern, you need to double it. So you multiply it by 2. And last term, or for the final step, square the last term. So the last term is 3. You have to square it. So 3 squared is equivalent to 9. So we have plus 9. Okay, so as you can see, the first term is x, and the second term is positive 3. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is to remember the pattern. So the pattern is square the first term, okay, then find the product of the first and second term, then double it, then for the last step, square the last term. Okay, so in this case, so the value will be the square of this binomial is equivalent to x squared plus, I'm sorry, so we need to simplify this. So therefore, that's not our final answer. X squared plus 2 multiplied by 3x, so it will become 6x plus 9. So this is our final answer. Okay, so next, let's have another example. Remember that this pattern is just the shortcut way of squaring any binomial, but it doesn't mean that this is the only way to get the answer. You can always use the multiplication or the long method, but in this case we will use the shortest way. So example number 2, it doesn't matter if you have different variables such as n or negative number, the pattern is the same. So what is our pattern? First step, square the first term. In this case, the first term is 2n. Okay, so we have 4n squared. So 2 multiplied by itself and n by itself, so 4n squared. Then the next step is multiply the first term and second term, then double it. Okay, so 2n multiplied by negative 5 is equivalent to negative 10, right? 10n. Then we need to double it. Okay, then after we double it, the final step is square the last term. So the last term is negative 5 squared. So this is not yet done, so we need to simplify it. So in simplifying this binomial, okay, the first term 4n squared, then identify the middle term wherein positive 2 multiplied by negative 10n is equivalent to negative 20n. So this sign will be negative 20n plus the square root, or square root, the square the last term, negative 5, and multiply by itself, so it is positive 25. So why is it positive 25? Negative multiplied by negative is positive. So the value here is 4n squared minus 20n plus 25. So that is the simple way or the shortest way